Hi folks and welcome. So it is summer, it is time to be on travel, it is time to visit the world, right? It is true that despite of the fact that there is this pandemic situation, we want to travel, we want to take some pictures, great pictures of landscapes, photography or portraiture that is outside, you never know. And when you talk about travel, you talk about backpack, no? So the first thing, accessory that you need is the backpack. I personally already own 2 backpacks, okay? And the thing is that each of them has their own advantages, okay? So what I wanted now is kind of a backpack, lighter, to start with lighter, but that is merging all the advantages of my 2 other previous backpacks. So this backpack, it is the TNF Concept 13096, I think 13.096, something like that. And it's a very well-made backpack, I can tell you. And the design by itself, I like it. They have put the colors of the brand of TNF Concept. You know, they are like reshaping their brand, so that is pretty cool. So what is about this backpack that I like and that I want it absolutely? Obviously, I prefer backpacks with 2 straps on the shoulders. One of my backpack is a 1-strap slingshot shoulder, and I have noticed that this brings some problems when you start walking, because the backpack is ending up in one side only of yourself, so it's a bit annoying, and it can be tiring for one of the shoulders. So yeah, 2 straps by backpack. You got also the strap for the chest, which is very important still. In the back, as you can see, it is very comfy with all this foam here, so I like it very much, this. And when I was telling you that it was a light backpack, it's because this backpack, compared to my other ones, is not the type of backpack you can load like 20-30 pounds of gear. No. In this backpack, mainly what you can have is 1 camera and 2 lenses, so that's very restricted, yeah. Very little of gear with you, but a few gear with you, but still, if you go for the essential, you got what you need here. Why? Because to be honest with you, I am here in this location. I have taken my Tamron 15 to 30 2.8, which is a monstrous bigger lens. I tell you what. This camera, that is so my Sony A99 Mark II, which is the equivalent of a DSLR camera, and 28 to 75 2.8, which is recording this video. So I can tell you what, they have made a choice of design that is pretty neat and new, actually. Look at that. So we got here a drawer, in which you will find, that is more standard, you will find the pouches for your memory and the battery pack, okay? So that is very standard for this. But here you have a drawer, look at that. And here you have your placement for your stuff. So here I put the camera with the lens on it, that is the 28-75, and here is my Tamron 15 to 30 2.8. So I tell you what, it's a big lens. I don't lie. It's heavy and it's big. And all of these little people are able to get there, so that's pretty impressive for me. So for this drawer, the design is, as you can see, is innovative. It's very new, something totally like unknown before, and that's pretty exciting. What we can see here with the design is also the colors. I don't know if there are other colors actually, but I know that I have this one in blue, and actually it's like stealth. Okay, so that's cool. We got in front two pouches here. Okay, one is one is protected against the if you put your credit card or any card that has an electronic device on it. So that's great. I would have liked that here, for example, there would be like a lock against stealth, right? You can imagine that. We can imagine that we will fix that easily with any locker. That's obvious. But still, they could have provided it with an automatic secure system. But whatever. And what else? This thing here, the buckle. I was surprised because most of the time when I see a buckle, I see it in plastic or plasticky, and this one is metallic. So you hear that? So that's metal, and that means that the construction is very good. It's very solid, right? And the standard thing that I like, that I need absolutely is the place for the tripod, of course, and the strap to fix it correctly. So on this, they have done the necessary. What else do I like? I like the fact that this design is extensible. That's something I think I've never seen yet. I mean, look at that. Inside of this backpack, currently I only have my camera and my lenses and things like that. But in the main compartment, what I put my filter and filter holders, my charger for the batteries, things like that, and my laptop, because it has a slot, especially for the laptop that is actually at the level of your back. Okay, and you have in another compartment in front of it, you have so many room. I don't know if you will be able to see that on the video, but I can tell you, probably like that. I can tell you that currently there is my picture, things like that. But in the end, you end up with a head like this, and that's cool. I mean, look at that. You can load whatever you want in this. If you want to put clothes, or if you want to put more stuff for gear, I don't know. It's even possible. The advantage of the fact that it's extensible is obviously that you inside, and you are able to take that in the cabin of your plane and without any one of the crew telling you whatever, which for me is very important. And I think that anybody who is traveling with photographic gear, don't want to have to put the thing in the trunk of the plane. It seems to be obvious, right? So yeah, I have to say that I was very, very well surprised with this design, with this backpack. It is, as I have said earlier, it won't be my main backpack because it's not able to load a lot of stuff that my other backpack are able to do. Okay, that's a fact. But when you consider the price, I think this thing is around $100, something like that. So when we take that into account, I have to say that for the way and the solid build and how they have done that is great. So I have noticed something. I was talking about the fact that they could have added something here to protect against any steel or whatever. Protect against theft. Thing is that the workaround, and that is a workaround here, that is it is needed only if you are in a place that is crowded. You can use the protection, the waterproof protector here, because they are providing, and that is good. That is very neat. They are giving waterproof protection. I show you this. You will see, and with that, the whole backpack, even if by itself is already protected against the rain and so on, against weather, with this here, it's totally sealed. Okay, so in a way, it's it can be at the same time, you know, work around against theft and things like that. I personally have not used yet the protection against the rain. I can just see by touching it and seeing it and how it is that obviously no droplets or no rain or no water will go through this for sure, and that's pretty cool. They have branded it. I have to say that I wouldn't have imagined that, but they have branded it. That's pretty neat. So that's it, guys, for this backpack that I have now, and I'm pretty happy to have added this backpack to my collection. In fact, I repeat myself, it won't be my main backpack, but it is definitely one of the backpacks that I will use most often. Clearly, because you know there is something when you travel that is happening sometimes. That is happening to me. Okay, normally when I'm traveling with the 1530 for sure. Distance I take it, yes. The 28 to 75 or my 28 135, yes, I take it. And most of the time I take also the Tamron 70 to 300, okay, because I want to have a longer focal length if possible. But and it happens also that I add, for example, I don't know, a macro lens or even a focal even longer, like a 500 or 600 millimeters. And at the end of the day, it happens that sometimes one or two of these lenses are not quitting the application of where I am. So in the end, I end up with more weight in the beginning that I won't use. So all in all, I'm saying to myself that this thing is helping me to go directly for the essential, right? And that way I know that I will use all the stuff I have with me, and that's sufficient. So that's another philosophy, another way to prepare your landscape photography trip. And I have to say that it's not bad for yourself, because you are not overwhelmed by the fact that, okay, do I have to take this one? Will I take this one? Probably, maybe I will need it, and so on. You don't care. You just take what you know you will take, and that's it. So yes, that's why I know that he's not able to load a maximum like 20-30 pounds of gear, but definitely I will use this backpack very often now, and it will help me to focus on my photography stuff. So I hope, guys, this video helped you. This backpack is the KNF 13.096, and yeah, if you want it, you can order it. I will give you a link if you want to have an affiliate link or to have a discount on it. You will see that there will be a great discount. And yeah, see you soon. I hope. I have to say, I admit it is a long time that I didn't post anything, but I was on another project for real. I was on a big project, and it's ending now, so I'm able to come back on the show. Okay, see you soon. Thank you.